I'm looking at the counties. I'm gonna break the wall, but I'm proud of the city, man. It's the people's crew. Cause if it was just me running out here, bro, like people wouldn't be as like. It's something about St. Louis that people are intrigued by. You know what I'm saying? Like they're intrigued by St. Louis. Um, I remember when I went to New York Marathon, my homie had met me out there. His name Jared. He from DC. And he was introducing me as Ricky from St. Louis. Everybody all the big run club homies who became my brothers, but no shot at no other city. But if it was like Cleveland, like he wouldn't have been like, this is my homie Ricky from Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Cleveland, I love the Browns, I love the Cavaliers. But it's something about St. Louis that was like made him say Ricky from St. Louis. And I think overarching, like it's a unique vibe here, man. And like to have folks come to St. Louis is just dope, man. But my point is, it ain't because of me. It's because the people are seeing how we getting active, how we moving, our culture from the art to the running to the music. Like it's a special time in St. Louis. I'm excited to showcase that weekend. So.
Damn, dog, you made that beat?
I ball like J-Bo. Had to cut them off and push away, they know I'm still lit. Life of a boss, I eat my body, but I'm still rich. Had to change the circle, focus up, make us all rich. Ain't seeing what I'm seeing, I can never beef about no small shit. Talk money, yeah, I'm all in. I'm brick bear with my team, rest I'm ball with.
We live in the skin.
Yeah. Peace, love, and light to the world. I'm your host, Sean Smith, and we back with another episode of In the Skin. And I'm here with my guy, my brother, Ricky Hughes. What's up with you, man?
What's up, man? We in the skin. I'm with Sean Smith. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to be here. A little nervous, you know what I'm saying? It's been a minute, but I'm excited what we getting done today. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot that my brother is gonna put it in my skin. So I'm excited, man.
No, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Tell me a little bit about what you getting done.
All right, so amor fati, all right, is
Yeah.
a Latin phrase that means to love one's fate, to love your fate. So not just like accept it, but embrace it. Like love the things that happen to you because if you're alive, that happened for a reason. And I found this term. It was like right in the pandemic, man. I was like hella depressed. It's right around the time I found running really as an outlet. You know what I'm saying? And I was like battling with like things in my past, like my doubts. I wasn't where I wanted to be, like financially, mentally, spiritually, nothing. But amor fati, to love what's happened to me, even the best shit, even the losses, the pain, the suffering. Like I lost my mom, all my aunties, all my uncles. I lost my dad in October. So this
Still
means,
lost too, bro.
thank you, brother. You know what I'm saying? But this just means a lot for me to be able to embrace things then and even embrace as they continue to happen because ultimately, like, it all happened for a reason, man. You know? And it derives from Stoic philosophy. I ain't gonna get too deep. I know you guys get tattooed, but it's a philosophy. It's an ancient Greek philosophy that's about like just being clear-minded and having self-control. And like I've always had like addictive personality, and like I feel like I never was like in control of myself or my thoughts. So this is a whole Stoic philosophy is when I started with, and I found amor fati and it just stuck. And me and my dad used to always talk about amor fati. And what's dope why I'm getting it right here is because if you can see, I pulled this whole muscle right here. I don't have a quad no more. I got a tri. This happened in 2023, bro. Yeah. So like when this happened, bro, I was depressed. I had just found running. I'm running fast. I'm going crazy. And I was racing this young cat and I pulled my quad. Man, I thought I could never run again. I was hella depressed again. But a morphati hit. I was like, damn, if I can't run, I'm just going to do the run crew, get content, and just amplify that still. Yeah. But lo and behold, I'm back and I'm faster than ever. But it was embracing what happened in that moment that allowed me to like be okay with what the worst situation. Now I'm back faster than ever. So it's ironic that the love part is on this leg where I ain't got a quad, bro. It's a try over here, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, a morphati, man. That's dope. Yeah.
That's super dope.
Yeah.
Man, so we're gonna dive deeper into your story too, like as we tattoo, like I wanna know more, you know what I'm saying? Especially how you got into running and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Stuff like that. But
for sure.
Before we get started, I wanna share real quick how I'm going to approach the tattoo. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna use a 3-round liner, so I'm gonna outline it really thin, like, and then fill it in with a mag, like a 11 curve mag and a 14 round shader. Okay. So a round shader is like circular, so it'll get like all the little corners, like the smaller areas. Gotcha. And then a mag is more like wider, almost like a paintbrush. Mm-hmm. So I'll use that to fill in the bigger gaps. Gotcha. And then the reason I'm gonna use a smaller liner is so that when you're shading in, it's never gonna be as dark as the liner, because the liner goes deeper. So you don't want to have a bold line. You know what I'm saying? And then a solid feel, because it's gonna, like, you're gonna be able to see that difference. Like, oh, it's this bold line, but it's not matching the black. The black feel. So that's why I use a smaller line. So then when you look at the tattoo, it's one solid. It look more like one solid piece.
That makes sense.
So
I never had it broken down to me like that. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. So the only time we would really probably use a bold liner is if I wasn't filling it in all the way, maybe doing like a gradient or a shade. Then I would do like the bold liner so you could see that, because it'll be like your skin tone, so you don't want that bold.
Gotcha.
Bold look. But since it's solid black, we just do a thin line.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm more Fati. I'm gonna embrace whatever happens, man. And I trust you, man.
I appreciate the trust, bro.
Probably been about 4, I'd say like 3, maybe 4 years since I had a tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your last tattoo?
The one that's me and my wife got matching tattoos. It's a book with a heart, a purple heart. We love purple, and a infinity sign. We really got in like books, like reading in the pandemic, man. The pandemic it was a really like shitty time, but a lot of the like obstacles in it like really helped like fortify and like inspire us, like reading and running. A lot of shit that became I know it was a tough time for a lot of people. I mean, it was a tough time for us, and some have a really, you know, we lost people in that time, but we also gained a lot from that time too. Yeah. This is my very first tattoo right here though. Psalms 28:7. Then my mom had passed. I got like a little guardian angel on the back, and like my grandma. I got my mom and some other angels, and I made the angels make sense. Like, damn, who else I lose? Oh, my grandma over there, my auntie over there.
Just add the fan.
Yeah, just add some little stuff right there. Yeah.
Which one would you say was your most painful one?
Maybe I got one of my ribs. I got like a little, say un dia. I mean, one day in Spanish and a dove. I stole that from my wife. She like it. She got one say un dia, and
Yeah.
I got the same shit. But it's
He
cool.
was like, I like that shit.
I like
I'm
this
on
shit.
it.
It might be like my most painful in the ribs, I think. But this was kind of painful too, cause my first one. Like I didn't know what to expect.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it was for me. My chest, that was my first one. It's Philippians 4:13.
In your chest. That's what I'm okay. Yeah, I seemed like it would be a tough spot.
All right, you ready, bro?
Ready as ready as I ever be. Ready like Freddy. I didn't know what to say. No, I ain't ready yet. Oh, that's cool. Ain't
Not
bad.
as bad.
Nah, I mean, never. I think I got a high times of pain.
Yeah,
Like tattoos really don't really hurt as much, or don't hurt really.
I know nothing was as painful as you turn your muscle. You said like, how did that feel when that first happened? You,
Man, I mean, I'm no stranger to like, I guess injuries. I played football in high school and college actually. So I like broke fingers, broke my arm, but nothing like lower, like below my waist. And it hurt, but like, I think I was in shock. Like it didn't really hurt. Like I didn't think if the muscle was torn. I thought I like just pulled a muscle, not tore a muscle.
yeah,
So I was cool. I like hurt. I didn't know I tore the muscle. I I treated like it was a pulled muscle. I like rested it for a couple of days, iced it, and I was back running. But then I noticed this bulge in my leg, and I started to like Google like when that happens, it's like the muscle tore. It's called the what's it called? Called the rectus femoris. So it's the one of your quad muscles that goes from your kneecap all the way up, and it just like snapped and detached. I was like, shit. When I realized that, I found uh this surgeon. He's at WashU. He like worked with like the Rams and like the Blues, like one of the best surgeons. I'm like, man, I need to get this like attached or something. I need to run, bruh. And I went to him, and he was acting like one of the huge deal. He was like, first of all, I can't attach it. It's like if I try to attach a steak with a steak, like it's nothing to hold the meat together. He was like, you're going to have a try and not a quiet no more. And when he said that, it made me feel a lot better. I was like, so I can run again? He said, yeah, just like rest it. You have to strengthen the muscles around it even more, and go to a physical therapist. And I did that, and like, bro, like 3-4 months later, I did like a strength test, and my legs were equally as strong. It just show you how God created our bodies, bro, where literally the other 3 muscles just got stronger to the point where it's as strong as my other leg with all 4 quad muscles. Just another like miracle of how the body works, man.
yeah. I did hear something before where it say like if we lost something, like say if I like can't hear in one ear, like it makes my other ear like stronger type situation, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm living proof, and that's what happened, dog. So,
That's crazy.
um, but yeah, that was man. I just remember thinking like, damn, I can't run. Like, I just found running. I fell in love with it, bro. Like, and then this happened, but
How
it
did
just go ahead.
how did you get into running?
Um, so like, I have like an athletic background. I ran track in high school. As I was telling the homie, I only ran like 100, 200. Like that's it. Sprints, nothing more. Maybe the 4 once a year, but
Yeah, they
and
had
this
me
was
do the 4.
What you say?
They had me run the 4.
The four,
Yeah.
the four was the dog race.
Yeah.
That's a sprint. A 400 is technically a sprint.
It really is, because
That's crazy.
that last 100, you got to sprint after going around the track so many times.
Yeah.
Well, even that last lap is a sprint.
Right. But yeah, so I ran track in high school, but this was like 10, 15 years ago, bro. I hadn't ran in 10, 15 years. And it was in the pandemic is when I was just in the house. I was like hella like just, I was working from home in the house, my wife, my kids, and the first time I ever like sat down. Like I've been moving and grooving my whole life. And the first time I like sat down, I realized like I was like depressed. Hella depressed, hella like cloudy, hella like just uncertain about my life. And then I don't know, bro. I've thought oftentimes of like what pinpointed me to like pinpoint what happened. But I remember just going outside. I bought some running shoes and started like try to run, but I could barely run far. Like, I would run kind of fast and get tired. But what really was the catalyst was when I saw that my RB video, bro. I had literally probably went for maybe like a month. And when I saw that my RB video when he got killed, something about that video, I remember I cried, bro. I remember that same day I went to get an Apple Watch because I wanted to track how far I ran. Because I wanted to run 2 miles. And I went to get the Apple Watch that same day, came home, and then it's been up ever since. I started running, like, I don't know, like, I thought about it recently, like, I don't know whether I, like, wanted to finish his run, because I later found out he was running for his mental health. He was just running in his neighborhood because it was his mental health tool, and he got shot and killed for running for his mental health. And I didn't find that out till later, but now it makes sense why, like, that resonated with me so much. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I started running, man. Like, another thing I often say is, it's another Stoic term, is the obstacle is the way. The obstacle is the way. Like, I was depressed, so I started running. I started on my RB video, and that really got me like running. And then realizing it isn't any diversity in running. And I had a couple like weird experiences with like some run type shit, and like that inspired me to start Run Crew. Like, the obstacle is the way, man. Like, the things that in a way hard, tough seem like it's holding you back, it could really be what you need to go through to get to the other side. Yeah.
That's amazing, bro.
This is cool because like you talking and you forget you getting tatted. It's like,
It helped, don't it?
it do. It does. It does help, actually.
So then through that experience, you kind of touched on it. But I wanna get deep. Like, what, when it comes to running, like how did that make you feel? Like, how was that transition like, as far as it helping with your mental health? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
I think it just gave me like me time, man. Like, it gave me like time to myself and time to like think, and like time with God. And also I think the act of me actively doing something like positive for my body. Like, like I come from like, I had kind of stopped again, but man, I've been outside, bro. Like, even before that, like in high school and college, like a lot of smoking, like a lot of drinking. And I think I was always like using that to like fill some void or like chasing something. But running the one thing that like I didn't chase, it found me. So I think it just made me feel free, man. It made me just like be able to kind of like sit with my thoughts and like pray, and like I think even the act of, like I said, like doing something that was helping me, I think was like me loving myself in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, me running and it also, like, mind you, like, it isn't just running. Like, whatever activity you're doing that is making you a better person, like that's you loving yourself. And I think I don't recall ever like actively loving myself. And I've never even I've never even asked that question like that. So I really appreciate that question. And I'm just reflecting is I think it made me love myself. Like actively love myself. Like love is the action word.
Exactly.
And I was running and I was loving myself. I was getting better in shape physically and mentally and spiritually. And then I became a better husband and father. So like it started with running, but so many like byproducts that came from it have like completely changed my life. You know what I'm saying? My circle, my friend, my brothers, like my whole like friend group is just like more like solid, and I have met people in the past year that have been really impactful in my life, and I just started running. So many things, bro, that have transpired from me running that started with my mental health, but that's my mental health too. Like being around positive people, that helps me mentally. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? Being a better husband helps me mentally. So I ain't doing no dumb shit, like getting gone off on and like
Exactly.
being overly critiquing myself because I ain't doing something right. Like
Yeah.
me showing up my whole self, like started with running and how it made me better mentally, man. Yeah.
Super dope. Like I know you mentioned like how your friend, like how you built a friend group based off of that, right? Like I'm sure you had friends before that. Are you still friends with those people, or was it like did you have to transition, or like what was that like
Yeah, that's a good question.
as
So
far as like pivoting, you know what I'm saying, your life?
yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
was that like, or
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's a transition, but like the friends that I had, it's not like you know any ties were severed. I just do spend my time doing different things now, like, and I often like think like, cause a lot of my friends, as I get older, like your friends become like your brothers, like your family, and I often think that I hope, and I still am in contact with all my brothers. And I often like hope they don't think I'm like on no new shit, cause I just do different things now, you know, and I spend my time doing other stuff. Like
yeah,
I run a lot, you know, and when I'm not running, if I'm not running, bro, or I'm not doing something with the run, or I'm not at work, I'm with my family.
right,
So my time is very important to me. But yeah, man, I feel like maybe friends might feel some way about me. I really don't know, but I also feel like my brothers and love me, they understand, you know, how
yeah,
I've evolved and how I've grown. And a lot of my real, like my brothers, they love it. Like I be trying to get them out to run. It kind of just, it's gonna stick sooner or later, you know what I'm saying? Um, but they, you know, a lot of my real brothers, like my close brothers, like they always bigging me up, you know what I'm saying, loving me and like giving me encouragement. Cause it's new to me, bro. I've been running for like 2.5, 3 years. So
you
it's
done a lot, bro, in 3 years.
as new as it is to them, it's new to me too, bro. So
Yeah,
like I'm still adapting and adjusting to this how my life has evolved for real. So yeah.
but I love it when you say that your bros, the ones you call your bros, they support you,
Yeah.
and that's what it's about. Like you're not meant to stay the same, and to have that group of people that's embracing your journey with you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you're building a community with this run, like
Yeah.
with your passion, right?
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about that. Like, how did that start? Like the run crew?
Yeah. Yeah. The run crew, man. The people's crew. And that's how I met Shine. You know, came to run crew. I didn't know he did tattoos. He was just out running. I'm like, what's up, bro? Like, I show everybody love because just seeing us out running we're already an anomaly, like us doing that. So I just try to show everybody love. Um, but I think that was also a perfect storm of things. Like I didn't want to start a run crew, bro. I did not want to start a run crew. I wanted to run around with my phone and my GoPro and get content and be like do more content. That's what I wanted to do because I got like a multi media background and like I wanted to do that. But then I started to run with other run crews locally, and I noticed that they were all white, all of them, you know. And not that that's necessarily like a bad thing. Like distance running is a white sport, a white male sport. So like that's nothing new. But then what happened was, bro, I went to a trip to LA the same year, a trip to LA and Detroit, and I saw what run club culture was like. It was a vibe, bro. Like I went to LA and it was like 200 like black and brown folks running. Blew my mind. And then I went to Detroit that's in October the same year. So I went to Detroit in October of 2022. I ran my first half marathon in Detroit. And it's a run club out there called We Run 313 in Detroit. And they had like the run, then they had like an after party, and it was like lit, bro. I'm like, damn, and like the guy that founded it named Joe Robinson and Lance, like they was giving me all game, bro. Like I had met them over IIG, so we were familiar, but we didn't like know each other like that. And then like just experiencing that, it just clicked. Like, dang, St. Louis, I don't know nobody that run, bro. I'm running by myself. I trained for my first marathon completely by myself, bro. Like that was if I would have kept doing that, I would have quit. That was depressing, bro. Running 20 miles training by yourself, bro. Like that was gonna burn me out. So long story short, me realizing there was no diverse run communities in St. Louis, seeing what that could be, like visioning, we won't know what, you don't know what is possible till you see it. Seeing that, coming back to St. Louis, like I went to Detroit in October of 22, and I founded a run crew in January of 23. Let me rewind a little bit. So I came home in October. I still didn't want to start a run crew, right? I asked my wife, I was like, hey, kind of like half-ish, like, hey, it's cool if I start a run crew. I already knew it was going to take time. And like, but she was like, yeah. I'm like, what? She was like, yeah, I think you should. So I did a tour, bro. I still didn't want to do a run crew. I was like, okay, let me see if like this would even work. So I did a tour. I picked 5 dates. Jennings, where I'm from, we ran outside. We met at Lisa's Chop Suey, bro. Nobody came. But I was like, I got my GoPro, did my content. It was a vibe. Ran past the house I grew up in.
You was running by yourself?
Nobody came, bro. Put a whole flyer out. Not one person came. I'm like, but I didn't trip. I didn't care. One hand, I'm like, cool. I ain't trying to start no run club. No way. Second of all, I was just gonna do the content and I posted it. So I did the content, posted it. The next week was on the north side. We met at Matthew Dickey. One person came. Janice. One person came. And what's crazy is I never told a story. I never told her the story, but I got there. I was like, yo, I'm Ricky. I'm at Matthew Dickey. Pow, pow, pow. I hit cut. Niggas was shooting right across the street. I'm like, oh, I can't post this. Nobody's finna come. So I started recording video. Anyway, one person came, right? I'm like, okay, one person came. We ran down Kings Highway and back. But that run, bro, it was like a group of like just people hanging on the block. And they was cheering us on. Like, yeah, nephew. Go ahead, nephew. Yeah, queen. I'm like, damn, like, we was straight in the race. It was, dog, I'm like, damn, like, that sparked something. Like, seeing how they saw us running in the neighborhood that they probably never seen nobody run down Kings Highway. So then, did the content, posted. The third day, we did it in the Loop at U City, and 8 people came. And I'm like, damn, man, we got some. We did one more in Florissant, and then we did one on the south side, and it went from like 0 to 1 to 8 to 12. to 15, and then I was like, we got something. And I started Run Crew in January, and that's how it happened, just like that. I've never told that story before either, Shine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
exclusive.
yeah, I heard it
And
first.
And it's again, man, because I never
That's
really,
hard.
man, I never really reflect on it a lot, man. I'm so in it, like running and planning, like I often don't reflect. So I appreciate. And something about getting this tattoo is real, like euphoric, man. Like, and telling my story is a very unique and innovative experience, man.
I appreciate it, man.
For
The
sure.
story is dope. Like even just hearing that story is a testament of like you gotta have that faith first. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you gotta see the vision first, and doing it because you purely love it. And it's
Yeah.
like whoever join, but you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes God got the pathway already set for you.
Yeah.
You just gotta follow it. Trust the process.
Yeah. Let me ask you, when you first came, how'd you happen to first come to Run Crew?
Me and my lady Nessa, like we was at the gym. So we work out regularly. We was at the gym, we saw Rashawn.
Oh yeah, Rashawn.
Yeah, so I'm familiar with him. He's good friends with my cousin.
Gotcha.
So we see him, and he like, oh, y'all be working out and stuff. We like, yeah, like, he like, y'all be running. We like, we trying to get into it. You know what I'm saying, a little bit.
Yeah.
So he ended up bringing up the STL Run Crew. But what was crazy is my lady saw y'all on Instagram like probably like a day or two before. So we was like, oh, okay, like that'd be dope because we be trying to find things that we're into.
Yeah.
And community centered around that.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy how it worked. But we literally saw that post like the day before, and then ran into him.
Yeah, the synergy,
Then,
man.
yeah, and then he like,
Yeah.
oh, y'all should come, and we like, yo, like that's a sign again.
Yeah.
So-
Shout out to Rashawn, man.
Yeah.
Like he with our leadership now too, man. He's a huge part, even on like the strength training, because running is like just a piece of it, and in this community, but also like stretching and like strength training. Because if you come out there just trying to run, like even with you, like even on the shoes, I was like, man, you should get a new little running
Yeah.
shoe. And then you popped and got a little running shoe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like a lot of that little stuff matters, and like education is really important, especially for our community where we don't know a lot. Like I'm learning myself. You know what I'm saying? So like that education piece is important. But yeah, I was just curious, like how you first came. But that's dope though, man. Shout out to you and Nessa too, man. Y'all bring a great energy from being there, and the content too. I love that because I want the Run Crew to be that, like a hub. Like I told y'all, like whatever y'all want to do, like, because I wanted to be like a catalyst. Like it's the people's crew. Like it ain't about me. I want folks to come through, and if you want to come run and just build your stamina and community, cool. If you want to come and you want to like be an influencer, or you want to tap in on the strength, or you want to get content, or you want to, my sister might come and sell fruit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I wanted to be like, I mean, it can't be, it's a level. Like you can't even come and do no, like it's a safe spot. Like we don't want no
Exactly.
crazy stuff. But like if you're doing something like good, you want to come get content, video, media, like I wanted to be a hub for creativity and health. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all too, man.
Yeah, I mean, shout out. We love it, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to the crew, like for creating that safe space.
Yeah.
Cause that's very needed, especially in St. Louis. It ain't really a lot of places like that. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's a good place to feel welcome. It's kind of hard to be on BS while running 3 miles.
Yeah,
Like,
it is, bruh.
so it's
Yeah.
definitely like a safe space for.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. Even like, it's funny because like, even if you come like trying to, like, I was telling the homie earlier, like, it's a good place to meet somebody. Like, I met you. Like, it ain't just about like whatever kind of relationship where it's like, a friend or like an intimate. But like, if you come in like trying to meet like a little boo, and they running 3 miles and you can't bye to the boo, like you need to get your, you need to. That's what I'm saying. Like it could trick you into running because you gotta like move your body a little bit. And we do have walkers too, so it ain't all about running. It's about moving your body. But yeah, you're saying like you can't really be on no BS when you out running outside. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Nah, look, I remember you was like, is it cool if I collab? I was like, hell yeah, like don't ask me. And then it was tight. I was like, do that more. You know what I'm saying? Because I be the one that getting content. Like a lot of people just come and run, which is cool, but like that's how we have evolved so fast because I get the content and the content just comes. Like you just gotta, it ain't much you gotta really do, like just record it because it's like, it sells itself. Like black and brown people running, bro, like in St. Louis. I'm gonna ask you, when you started, like, boom, I want to do tattoo. Did you have like a mentor, or like how'd you like who like gave you like the game on like the business and like the art of it?
The business side, honestly came from family. So like my aunt, like my great aunt, she owned a daycare. So like I grew up kind of working in that. And then my auntie is a wedding and event planner. And she, like helping her out with her business, kind of gave me a little bit of insight too on like how to like run business and marketing and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But when it came to tattooing, I almost didn't tattoo. And I say that to say like I went all across St. Louis to try to get an apprenticeship and have a mentor. But everybody was saying no at the time. So I had one last option before, because once I told my aunt, I'm like, yeah, like I don't think I want to go to college. Like I want to be a tattoo artist. She like, I support it 100%. You just not finna bring people in this house and do it. So it was like that, but it was love. Like she supported, but
Yeah.
of course, who would want strangers in their house?
Yeah.
Like, so,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it subliminally like kind of pushed me to do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Right.
it came down to one shop, St. Louis Inc. in North County on West Florissant, New Halls Ferry. It was the last shop
Ferry
there.
in West Florissant?
Yeah, right there.
About like Walmart? Hold on, New Horse Ferry,
not like
West Florissant.
trying to think of something. Like right across the street from like Fahrenheit.
Oh yeah,
Like that
yeah.
plaza.
Okay, yeah. Where it ends, it's like
Yeah.
it used to be a shoe store in that corner.
Mm-hmm.
That might have been before your time. It's like a park. It's like a beauty supply now, but that used to be a
Yeah,
Foot
it is.
Locker, actually.
I did not know
Back
that.
in the day,
Yeah.
that used to be a Foot Locker. Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was the last. That was the last shop. That was the only option I knew. Like it was another shop, but they was trying to charge me. They was like $5,000. You could have it. Like I go home, I'm like, Auntie, I found a place. I'm finna work double, like 5K. She said, Nah, keep looking. Like we ain't finna pay $5,000. Like so, I just kept looking, but
Right.
that was the last. That was the last option. And they took me in and gave me an apprenticeship. Taught me how to tattoo. All I had to do was just pay my dues through work ethic, like helping clean up and things like that. But I treated it like it was a straight 9 to 5. Like
That's dope. That's dope that they, you know, were able to be that support. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause a lot of people like they looking at what's in it for them. You know, like quick come up. But that's dope that that shit worked out like that.
yeah,
And now we in the skin.
yeah. 8 years later.
8 years later.
Do you do so do you do marathons and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've ran 2 marathons. I'm running my third this year in October in Detroit. It's the Detroit Free Press Marathon. It's dope because it's international. So Detroit is right by Canada. So you run through, start in Detroit, but you run through Canada and back.
How long is how
How of a
long is
marathon?
that?
How how long you think it
All I heard
is?
was some cities and
How long you think it is? A marathon? Yeah. Now, how long is a marathon? 'Cause it's one. It's a distance.
oh, so it's not like a marathon and then it's different
It's
distances.
a marathon and then a half marathon and then
Okay.
like 10K, 5K. So it's one. I mean, it's
Oh,
different like location, but a marathon is one specific distance.
all right. So ain't that like
We say 20. What you say? Just guess.
let's say like 30?
It's 26.2.
What? Why is the point? What's the point
26.2.
two? Like the warm up or something? Like what is?
It's just the distance. But do you know how the marathon got its name? How it started? Here's how the distance started. Apparently, I think it was like ancient Greek. A dude had got a message that like the war had ended or some like Greek war had ended, right? So he ran apparently 26.2 miles to go deliver the message, and when he got there, he died. And that's how the marathon. I think like either like the marathon is a word that means like something in Greek or something that they tied it to, or and that's how the distance became the marathon. He ran 26.2 miles and he died.
So it means you might die.
You might die. And that's how you feel right around 25.
Yeah.
They call it hitting the wall, like right around 23, 24. It's like you fighting for your life. But yeah, it's a marathon. And crazy, bro. I asked y'all that because 3 years ago, I would have said 20, 50. I didn't know how long a marathon was. 3 years ago, bro. I swear I had no idea how long it was.
I need to watch my words. I'm walking around talking about, yeah, I'm gonna hit a marathon this year. Whole time I'm thinking like 3 miles.
That's a 5K. So a marathon 26.2 miles.
Yeah, that I don't know.
I mean, maybe one day, like I started with a 5K, run a few 5Ks, which is a 3.1, and then I ran a half marathon, which is a 13.1, and then I did a marathon. So I built up to it, but also like I don't even push like the marathon. Like that's my journey. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more about like just competing with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like some folks might do 5K, 10K. They might not do a marathon, which is cool. I don't want everybody ain't gonna be marathon because that is just a part-time job, bro.
Yeah.
Like training.
What's
like,
that training process like?
Training is really so you can show up healthy and not run a marathon and like fuck your whole legs up. It's just a lot of running. I'm running 5 days a week, 5, 6 days a week. I'm running like 40, 50 miles a week. And I'm getting up at 4 in the morning because I got to run so I can get home and make my daughter's lunch. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing, like when you have like responsibilities. For me, my journey, it's an extra nuance because I try to do as much as I can so I don't burden my family because literally it's a part-time job. Like think about it, if I'm running I'm running an easy pace, let's say 10 minutes. If I'm running 10 miles, if I'm running 20 miles, that's 10 times, that's 261, 20, that's almost 2 hours. Well, don't call my math on the recording, but that's 2 hours. So that takes 2 hours to run that. So you gotta think like, I'm gonna be gone for 2 hours. So I kind of run at 4:30, be
Yeah.
back by 6:30 so I can like, you know, do that. And I work too. So that's the hardest. That's why I like half marathons, to be honest. That's my sweet spot because you don't have to train as much.
Because when you training, are you running more than what the actual race is, or are you just running the?
That's a great question. So you never run the actual 26 in training. The most I ran in a training block is 21, 22. Because you just really priming your heart and your lungs to sustain. So I do a lot of easy runs that build your heart and build your lungs. I do a little speed work, but you don't do a ton of speed work. You more so do like conversational pace miles, like easy miles, because you're trying to build your leg, build your muscle, build your heart, build your lungs. So it kind of like builds up. I'm actually crazy. Is I actually took the class last week, and now I'm taking a test to be a certified run coach. So if you do want to run, like, I can train. 'Cause that's the thing. Like
Definitely.
folks is coming to me for like all these like training plans, and I really didn't know. So I'm like, damn, if I'm gonna be like a vehicle for this sport, I need to know my shit and be certified. So I'm gonna become a certified run coach, so I can like help keep people injury free. Cause that's my number one goal, bro, is to be injury free. Cause I know what it's like when I can't run, how depressing that is. Like when I can't run, when I'm hurt and I can't run, I hate experiencing that. So my number one goal is to be injury free so I can run in my 60s, 70s, 80s.
What are some things that you would consider? Like, what's some tips you would give? How you like it?
Cold.
Looking good.
Dang, how long? I probably can't run for a couple of days.
Oh, you can run.
According to your paper, said between 0 and 3, no strenuous exercise.
Strenuous exercise.
I can do a little jog.
Yeah, like-
Okay, cool. Say less. Don't
Yeah,
say
you
less.
good.
All right.
It ain't like the tattoo gonna fall off or anything.
Okay.
You good. So what
trust
you
you.
when you in the shower? So you don't have to put ointment on though before you run. Just after you get out the shower.
Okay. So put shower. So it's like a run, shower, then put ointment on.
Mm.
Okay, cool. I think you're gonna ask me if I had some tips or something.
Yeah, some tips on like injury prevention when it come to running. You don't gotta tell it all. Save it for the course. And,
Yeah, I say it for when you want to hire me as a coach. But
yeah.
I would start with if I start with one thing, it's shoes. Having a run shoe, because I see folks, and you just don't know, bro. Like you don't know until you get in a real run shoe what a real run shoe is. You know what I'm saying? And that just helps you like not have little early nagging injuries. So I would say get a nice shoe and just start slow and easy. I'm gonna give you 3 things: a shoe, start nice and easy, and add in some strength conditioning, some quad, legs, hips, glutes. Cause you using your legs in a way you haven't ever used them, and if you just running, you're gonna get hurt. So like, glutes and hips and core are the most important when it comes to being a runner. And those are my 3 tips. Yeah,
I appreciate that, bro.
yeah, for sure.
What are like your favorite run like shoes to run in?
Ooh. So I don't got no I ain't with no brand, so I can say this openly.
I was gonna say that
And,
too.
and I'm honestly, humbly said, I've intentionally not like yet at least, like been a shoe run ambassador because I'm new, bro. I like to run it. I'm a sneakerhead turned runner, so I like to
Yeah.
run in all kind of shoes. So I don't want to, because a lot of that stuff is like exclusive. I become say ASICS, for example. If I become an ASICS ambassador, I just gotta run the ASICS. But if ASICS, if they cutting a check, ASICS, you know what I'm saying? We can make something happen. But I would say my favorite shoes to run in are ASICS or ASICS. And if I gotta give you a second one, it'd be Mizuno. Do you know about
Mizuno?
Mizuno? They do a lot of like, I guarantee you've seen the
Like
the
the
logo.
design?
What you say? They do a lot of like baseball stuff, but they're really innovative and new and I like them a lot. And I'm a little biased, and I'm also a little educated because they've sent me shoes that I probably wouldn't have gotten. So they like made me fall in love with it because I would have never had really maybe bought.
So now that we're finishing with the first half of the tattoo, this is me just going over everything, making sure the blacks are filled in nice and solid, and it's a clean tattoo.
You might have to introduce you to a product. Like
Yeah,
now, like they don't pay me and nothing like that, but like in hindsight, I will buy a Mizuno because I
yeah,
know how they feel. But if I had to pick one shoe, if for a new runner, I would put you in a Asics.
ASIC.
Yep.
We did that one event. What was that?
Was that
Where
Asics or
you had ASICs
Hoka?
there,
Was that Asics? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and we ran in ASIC.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So those events are dope just so people can kind of like feel a running shoe. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, but I love all shoes. I love Asics. Have you heard of On Clouds?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Okay, I like On Clouds. I like Asics. I like Saucony, which I used to call Saucony, but it's pronounced Saucony. I didn't know that until
What language? That's not a. It's probably like a foreign language.
a lot of this stuff would be like Japanese brands. Like Asics is a Japanese brand. I'm pretty sure.
When it comes to that, like just that the healthy living.
Yeah, but now Asics is getting to like culture now. Like I be saying, I be like I'm in higher ed, so I be like Vashawn and Sumner, and they got on Asics. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. What you say? That's crazy to me, dog. Yeah, Asics have like infiltrated culture, bro.
It's that colorway. You get to it.
Yeah, you got a little.
It's like
Yeah,
you get a nice little colorway. It's over with.
yeah. Asics winning. New Balance too. Like that's historically a running shoe, but most gonna be buying them really to run in. They wear them because they like a sports style shoe, you know. But like in running, like I got some New Balance running shoes that are fire. But it's just interesting how like, but it's us too, man. Like the culture, like we've started running a lot more, and that kind of like makes it like hip and like the fashion. Like we big
Yeah.
on fashion, and now the running brands are getting hip to that. And they're like, oh dang, we need to get up with the times and get bigger on the fashion piece. So yeah. It's fire. I'm more of like a movie watcher than like a Netflix show watcher. Except for Paradise. That's my shit. And I watched, the last show I watched was Ozark. I was in Ozark. That was my shit.
Interesting title.
Shit, you got last letter. This one about quick. Alright.
So like earlier, you had mentioned how like running is training for a marathon is kind of like a part-time job in a sense. But how do you balance everything as far as like your family life?
Yeah. That's a good question. And I think in that, I recently started using like Harmony because I think when I was trying to give everything the same, it ain't gonna ever balance. It's like a harmony, you know. In that harmony, like my family, my relationship with God and my family is way more. So I got to make sure that, cause that was the thing. Like I started getting into running, just running. I started to lose sight of like things. You know what I'm saying? I had to like dial it back and make sure that I'm prioritizing my wife and my family and like being intentional with the time we spend. Because I don't want them to ever think that like, or feel that running is more important than anything, because it ain't, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I think just finding the harmony of it, and in that, making sure like my family is straight first. Because that's really what matters the most, like my family, my wife, my kids. But I'm saying, but also like in hand to hand, like running in community has made me a better husband and father. So I think also like I'm blessed that my, my family, my wife know that and believe in that, and like allow me the time to like pour into myself too. Actually, my wife said something recently. She was like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't pour from an empty cup. And she was kind of like diving more into what that meant and saying like, and I think the second part of that is like something like you can't pour from an empty cup, and like God allows your cup to run it over, but your cup got to be full first before you run it over. Like you, it's almost like you got to fill your cup before you can like pour out to anybody. So I think like just being on the same page like with and communicating has helped me like keep that harmony, because I do love, I love my wife, I love my kid, but I love running too. And they kind of go hand in hand now because they help each other exist, So, but it ain't easy though. It ain't always easy. Like, I be having to wake up sometimes super early, like 4 in the morning, so I can run my 1/2 hour, 2 hours, and get back and make lunch for the girls. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's a sacrifice sometimes too.
It's worth it.
Yeah, it is. It is, man. It is. So.
And then with you having kids, like, what do you like? What is that experience like? Like, I don't have kids yet, so what is that experience like? Especially raising them in everything that's going on in
Yeah.
the world.
Man, it's tough. Cause I'm all over the place. We got a 18-year-old, college, Hayden in college. So 18-year-old, and then 8 and 6. So just knowing what
So now that we're close to
the
wrapping up
world
the
is,
second half of the
just
tattoo,
I
I'm
want to
going
say
to
like
take my
a
curve mag and
attack
kind
on
of
black people. You know what I'm
just
saying?
touch up some spots and make sure everything is filled in
And
nice,
I feel
solid
like
black.
that's just kind of like sad sometimes, that my kids gonna grow up in this world. But I think just showing them unconditional love and like empowering them, and like we have fun too. So I don't like harp on that as much because we try to make it our own. We try to make life as fun, but also like teach lessons. Like everything ain't gonna be sweet too. Like that helps kind of prepare them. But um, I just take it day by day, man. And I know the world is we in a very, very, very crazy time. But I think it makes us just making sure our household more straight than anything. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because outside the house, it's a lot of shit that can go on. But inside the house, make sure it's safe and it's love and it's good communication. Um, inside out things that we can control, we try to control that. You know. Yeah. But it's a balancing act with that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that it's important to at least try to control that home because like basically what you just said, like we once we step outside we can't control none of that. So we have ourselves, it at least allow us to be able to tolerate the things that
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying that's going on outside a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And find like how we like say we like you do like you tattoo artists, but you also like are in health and fitness and like working out and like running. Like that's something that we also instill in our kids too. Like finding things you enjoy, like whether it's art or soccer, or they did gymnastics, or Hayden play volleyball and he's in the art. So like finding things that like give you joy that nobody can take away from you or tell you, you know, you can do or can't do. Like, that's important that we instill those things as adults, but as kids, you know, just as important that they have outlets that, you know, uplift them and empower them and like allow them to enjoy life. It's important. Man, it's cold, but it's good, dog.
I know, man. I'm glad you like it, bro. Came out good. How did it feel pain-wise?
Not too bad at all. I don't know. This might be like a kind of like a thick spot too. I feel like I don't know if this is this usually like a pain spot, this area? Like maybe on the inside is a little pain, but nah, but if I say a 1 out of 10 pain, I say like 3, 2.5. But I think I also might have a high tolerance of pain though, I think. But I would say like a 3.
Yeah. I don't think that spot that bad myself. Like I tell you, I did my first tattoo in that spot. So it wasn't like my first tattoo.
You did your
like,
own tattoo?
Yeah.
Just like sitting like this?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So
Yeah.
I guess it gotta be facing you.
It was a rose, so you know
Okay.
it's
Okay,
right side
okay,
up all the way
gotcha,
around.
gotcha.
Kind of. It was like a traditional rose.
Gotcha. And that would kind of be cool to tattoo yourself. Like I'd be, as I can hit, nigga.
In a reachable spot.
You know?
You got anything like coming up? I know we at the beginning of the year. Like what you got planned for the year that you want to share or like excited about?
We cooking, man. Let's see. What's something that's exciting? I would say, I don't know if it's going to drop, but we'll be running back on Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Where at is on the low. The folks in this room know, but y'all might not know yet. So Tuesday, 6 p.m. we back. And one of our big activations is the Greater St. Louis Marathon, April 26th. I partnered with the race director to have a project called Meet Me in St. Louis, where I've kind of like leveraged my relationships with other run clubs across the country, and we got run clubs coming from Boston, Dallas, KC, Chicago, New York, North Carolina, Memphis. It's like 8 run clubs. They all come to St. Louis, and we were able to kind of get them some resources. Got them staying downtown. It's gonna be a vibe. So we're gonna be having like a shakeout run that Friday. The race is on Saturday morning. Then we got an after party Saturday night at I ain't gonna say yet. It's gonna drop, but it's a whole little weekend, Run the City weekend, April 26th. That's something that I'm really excited about. Just bring it, like, man, just like what's crazy is like running got folks coming to the city. And I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of like, and that's the people's crew. That's all of us.
Like you should be proud, bro. You contributing to that.
I'm looking at the counties. I'm gonna break the wall, but I'm proud of the city, man. It's the people's crew. Cause if it was just me running out here, bro, like people wouldn't be as like. It's something about St. Louis that people are intrigued by. You know what I'm saying? Like they're intrigued by St. Louis. I remember when I went to New York Marathon, my homie had met me out there. His name Jared. He from DC. And he was introducing me as Ricky from St. Louis. Everybody, all the big run club homies who became my brothers, but no shot at no other city. But if it was like Cleveland, like he wouldn't have been like, this is my homie Ricky from Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Cleveland, I love the Browns, I love the Cavaliers. But it's something about St. Louis that was like, made him say Ricky from St. Louis. And I think overarching, like it's a unique vibe here, man. And like to have folks come to St. Louis is just dope, man. But my point is, it ain't because of me. It's because the people are seeing how we getting active, how we moving, our culture from the art to the running to the music. Like it's a it's a special time in St. Louis. I'm excited to showcase that weekend. So that's why I'm gonna leave it. That's something really excited that something exciting that I'm looking forward to, for sure.
So, bro.
And now I have one more thing. I'm running Detroit Free Press Marathon in October. I'm excited about that too. And we traveling down there. So if y'all trying to go to the D, it's our first run crew trip. We going deep.
Oh yeah, we in that thing.
We are going down to Detroit October 18th. Even if they got a half marathon, which is 13.1 miles, or a full marathon, but even come for the vibes and the cheer. We taking our first run crew, like high school trip. Like we traveling to Detroit in October, so I'm excited about that too, for sure. I can't wait to run with it. I also know I can't wait to run with my tats. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna throw. Dang, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, bro. For real, it means a lot. Man, I truly appreciate it, man. I appreciate you coming on the show as well.
Yeah, my pleasure, man.
Man, the whole purpose for it is to dive deeper than the surface.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like tattoos are more than just tattoos, but it's almost like a portal into each individual's life. So
yeah. On that
you
note,
got a very interesting one. So.
Yeah, man, it was, bro. Amor Fati, man, embrace, love everything that's happened to you, man. Embrace it, the good, the bad, the loss, the wins, the losses. Like, embrace it, because it makes us who we are, man. So, Amor Fati. Yeah. Yeah, in the skin for the win.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all support, subscribe, all that other stuff.
Like,
follow,
hit the bell. That's what my daughter saying. Like, they be on the phone like, hit the bell.
Do all of that, and then where to follow you?
Follow me on IG, Ricky from St. Louis, SCR Run Crew, IG, Facebook.com. Or follow me in the street, cause we outside. Come run with us. We outside.
Peace.
To the left, yeah.
Sean Smith, I can feel it already. I feel faster, bro. I feel faster already. You heard me? Yes, sir. Legs burning, but fast. That's super.
No, yeah, it looks so good. It's bold. You can see it when you're running. You're not gonna miss it.
Yo, man. Ricky reporting live. Sean Smith just tatted me up, man. Amor Fati. You might have to Google that. But, man, my experience was unreal. It was so comfortable. It was a vibe. I literally forgot we was getting recorded. Did we get recorded, bro? I don't even remember, because it was such amazing conversation. Like, Sean was asking some dope questions, allowing me to reflect on my journey, and like, he's inspiring me too. You know what I'm saying? It was an amazing day, and I'm grateful to have been tatted by Sean Smith Tattoo and be in the skin for the win. You know what time it is, man. Ricky Rock TikTok, boom.